The awakening, breaking the chains of conditioning. My beloved seekers, I see you sitting here eager for words, for insights, for something to grasp onto. And I am trying my best to make things as simple as possible. I do not use philosophical jargon, I use words that everybody uses. Yet, I know that for many, these simple words will remain a mystery. Why? Because you only hear, you do not understand. You do not allow an opportunity for anything new to enter that goes against your conditioning. This conditioning is the first hurdle you must face. From the moment you were born, you were told who you should be, what you should believe, and how you should act. Your parents, your teachers, your society, they all had an agenda for you. They wanted to shape you into a productive member of society, a good citizen, a follower of their traditions. And in that process, the unique, vibrant being you were born as was buried under layers of expectations and beliefs. The illusion of knowledge. Most of you think you know something. You have read books, you have listened to lectures, you have accumulated degrees. But this is not knowledge, it is merely information. True knowledge is an experience, not a collection of facts. When you hear me, you are filtering my words through the lens of your existing information. You are comparing what I say to what you have already been told. And if it fits, you accept it. If it doesn't, you reject it. This is not understanding, it is merely validation. To understand, you must first become empty. You must set aside everything you think you know. This is a terrifying prospect, for it means losing your identity. You have built your life around these beliefs, and without them, you feel like nothing. But this nothingness is the only space where truth can grow. As long as you are full of yourself, there is no room for anything new. The beauty of the now. One of the greatest traps of human conditioning is the obsession with the past and the future. You are either rehashing what has already happened or worrying about what might happen. In doing so, you miss the only reality that exists, the present moment. This moment, right here, is the only time you have. It is where life happens. Imagine a flower blooming. It doesn't worry about whether it will be admired or if it will wilt tomorrow. It simply is. Its duty lies in its presence. We, too, can live with that same spontaneity and grace, but to do so, we must let go of our attachments to the past and our anxieties about the future. We must learn to be fully present in whatever we are doing, whether it's eating, walking, or just sitting in silence. The path of meditation. How do we break free from this conditioning? How do we find our way back to the present moment? The answer lies in meditation. But I'm not talking about meditation as a ritual or a technique. Meditation is a state of being. It is the state of being aware, of watching your thoughts and emotions without judgment. When you sit in meditation, you will see a constant stream of thoughts passing through your mind. Don't try to stop them, that only creates more tension. Just watch them as if you are watching clouds drift across the sky. Notice how some thoughts are pleasant, some are painful, and some are just plain boring. By becoming an observer, you begin to realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that witnesses them. This realization is the beginning of freedom. Once you see that you are not your mind no longer has power over you. You are no longer a slave to your emotions or your conditioning. You can choose how to respond to life rather than just reacting out of habit. Love and compassion. In this state of awareness, love and compassion arise naturally. Not the kind of love that is a transaction. I will love you if you do what I want, but a love that is an overflow of your own being. When you are full of yourself, you are always looking for something from others to complete you. But when you are empty, you are already whole. Your love is then a gift given freely without any expectations. Compassion, too, is a natural outgrowth of awareness. When you see your own struggles and conditioning, you begin to see it in others as well. You realize that everyone is doing their best with what they have. Instead of judging others, you feel a deep sense of empathy for their pain. You see that we are all interconnected and that the suffering of one is the suffering of all. The courage to be yourself. The greatest challenge you will face is the courage to be yourself. Society doesn't want you to be yourself, it wants you to be a predictable, controllable unit. When you start to question your conditioning and live authentically, you will face opposition. You may be ridiculed, ostracized, or even persecuted. But what is the alternative? To live a life that is not yours. To be a pale imitation of someone else's ideal? This is a slow death. True life begins only when you have the courage to follow your own inner light, even if it leads you away from the crowd. It takes a great deal of strength to stand alone. But in that solitude, you will find a richness and a depth that you could never find in the safety of the group. You will discover your own truth, your own path, and your own unique contribution to the world. The role of the master. You may wonder why you need a master if the truth is within you. A master is not someone who gives you the truth. No one can do that. A master is someone who helps you remove the obstacles to your own truth. They are a mirror reflecting your own conditioning and illusions back to you. They are a catalyst sparking the flame of awareness within you. A master is like a gardener preparing the soil so that the seed of your potential can grow. They provide the right environment, the right challenges, and the right support. But ultimately, the growth must come from within you. You are the one who must do the work of meditation and self-observation. The fragility of the world. The world we live in is in a state of crisis. We are facing unprecedented challenges, environmental destruction, social inequality, and the constant threat of war. These are not just political or economic problems, they are spiritual problems. They are the result of our collective unconsciousness and our deep-seated conditioning. The only way to save the world is to save ourselves. If we want a more peaceful and compassionate world, we must become more peaceful and compassionate beings. Each one of us has a responsibility to wake up, to break free from our conditioning, and to live with awareness and love. As I said in the video, if even the most intelligent part of humanity understands me, that will be enough to save this world. The transformation of a few can have a profound impact on the whole. We are all interconnected, and our individual awakening is part of a larger collective awakening. The invitation. So, I invite you to take this journey with me. It is not an easy journey. It will require all of your courage and commitment. It will mean facing your fears, your insecurities, and your darkest shadows. But it is the only journey worth taking. Don't just hear my words, let them sink deep into your being. Don't just believe what I say, test it in your own experience. Start today, right now, by becoming more aware of your breath, your thoughts, and your surroundings. Take small steps and be patient with yourself. Remember, you are not a finished product, you are a work in progress. You are a seed with the potential to become a magnificent flower. All you need is the right conditions and the willingness to grow. the silence within. As you move deeper into your meditation, you will begin to experience a profound sense of silence. This is not the silence of the absence of sound, but the silence of the absence of the ego. It is a silence that is full of presence, full of life, and full of joy. In this silence, you will find the answers to all your questions. Not the intellectual answers you were looking for, but the experiential understanding that transcends words. You will realize that you are not separate from the universe, but a part of its eternal dance. You will feel a deep sense of peace and belonging that no one can ever take away from you. This silence is your true home. It is where you came from and where you will eventually return. By connecting with this silence, you are connecting with the very source of existence. Living the message. The goal of this journey is not just to have profound experiences during meditation, but to bring that same quality of awareness and love into every aspect of your life. How you treat your neighbor, how you do your work, how you handle challenges, these are the true measures of your spiritual growth. Live your life as a celebration. Celebrate your joys and even your sorrows, for they are all part of the richness of life. Don't take yourself too seriously. Learn to laugh at your own foibles and the absurdity of the world. Laughter is one of the most spiritual qualities we have. It breaks through the seriousness of the ego and connects us with our common humanity. The final word. My beloved ones, the time for sleep is over. The dawn of a new consciousness is upon us. Will you continue to live in the shadows of your conditioning, or will you step into the light of your own awareness? The choice is yours. I am here to support you, to challenge you, and to remind you of your own potential. But the work is yours to do. Take the first step, and the universe will meet you halfway. Be a light unto yourself.